The hardest part wasn't sleeping alone after you left. It was realizing I had been sleeping alone for a very long time, while you were still there. You still knew where I kept the coffee mugs, still knew I hated thunderstorms, still knew I couldn't sleep unless the fan was on. But somehow the man who knew all my habits stopped knowing my heart. We shared a bed every night, the same blankets, the same ceiling, the same morning alarms. Yet I can't remember the last time you asked me something and actually stayed long enough to hear the answer. I used to fall asleep feeling chosen toward the end. I just fell asleep feeling tired. And nobody prepares you for that kind of grief, the grief of watching familiarity replace intimacy, of watching comfort replace connection. I slept next to a stranger, a man with your face, your voice, your name, but not the person I fell in love with. I slept next to a stranger, someone who could feel my tears, shake the mattress and never ask what hurt. Someone who could hear my silence every single night and mistake it for peace. I slept next to a stranger, and somehow that loneliness hurt more than being alone ever could. I started staying awake after you fell asleep, staring at the outline of your shoulders in the dark, trying to remember when touching you started feeling awkward, when conversations became transactions, when I started editing my feelings before speaking them out loud. I remember reaching for your hand once, just instinct, just habit, just hope, and you pulled away in your sleep. You never knew, but I cried for an hour afterward, not because of the hand, because it felt symbolic of everything we had become. I kept telling myself this was temporary, a rough season, a stressful year, a phase, but some phases stay so long, they start calling themselves home. I slept next to a stranger, someone who remembered my birthday but forgot what made me feel loved, someone who could tell people we were doing fine while I was emotionally disappearing right beside him. I slept next to a stranger, and every night I mourned us quietly while pretending I was just tired, because admitting how lonely I felt would have forced me to face the truth. Do you know what finally scared me? It wasn't the distance, it wasn't the silence, it was how normal it became. How I stopped expecting comfort, stopped expecting effort, stopped expecting to be understood. I adapted to emotional starvation, like it was adulthood, like it was marriage, like it was love. It wasn't. I slept next to a stranger, and for years I blamed myself for feeling empty. Thought maybe I needed less, wanted too much, expected too much tenderness. But no woman should have to convince herself that loneliness is normal inside a relationship. I slept next to a stranger while carrying memories of the man who used to know me, the man who noticed everything, the man who reached for me first, the man who made me feel safe. And maybe that's why leaving hurt so deeply, because I wasn't just leaving a relationship, I was letting go of the hope that he'd come back. People think heartbreak begins when someone walks away. Mine began while his side of the bed was still warm.